flip my hair this way. Hi, guys. Hello, my friends. It's Jory with The Blissful Knowing, and I'm trying to figure out, I was trying something new and it didn't really take. I was thinking new year, new side part. But no, we're going back. We're going back because it's retrograde. We're going back to the past. Hi, guys. Janie, you're here. Oh, I was just so excited to see you guys. I think I saw Kimberly on here too. There you are, Kimberly. Hi. Okay, guys, it's getting dark. This is that time of year where I have to chase daylight, and I have so many notes. I haven't even yet done my proper introduction because we had some hair technical difficulties, as usual. So let me start over. Hi, my friends. It's Jory with The Blissful Knowing. Numerologist, intuitive counselor, and happiness coach. Here with a very huge, ginormous 2024 energy report and January. We'll see how much we get through. I don't know if we're going to have time. It might get pitch dark in here. Hi, Yvette. But there's a lot that came through this week, my friends. Came through downloads. Holy crap. Did I get downloads this week about this live stream? And I have notes and notes and notes that I need to cover. So I hope I can get through everything and that we'll still have time for cards before it gets dark. We will find out. Great to see you all. Yay. So happy. Oh, what can I tell you real quick while we're waiting? You know, I was going to show you. Oh, I know. I'll always grab this. Hold on. I'm just going to grab my book. Hold on. Because I'm waiting for a couple more people to come on, even though we really don't have time. I mean, we don't. Oh, okay. I just wanted to remind you guys, I know that we just finished Christmas and we got New Year's, but it is Valentine's Day season coming up. And I have my Love is Everywhere children's book that is based on my true story of finding hearts in nature everywhere. And there's hearts hidden inside the book, in the illustrations. And you can also order the magical hide and seek hearts for heart spotting that you can hide around the house for your kids to find. I don't know if you can see the hearts. Secretly, don't tell them. Make them really easy to find. Put them in easy to find spaces. And then give them this little pouch, and they can start collecting. You can say, oh, maybe you'll find some more. You should put them in this little magical heart pouch. And it's kind of like Elf on the Shelf for Valentine's Day, or Easter egg hunt for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day doesn't have its own little game and activity, but now it does. Heart spotting around the house and out in nature. That's the ultimate goal, is to find the heart rocks and all the hearts leaves and all the different hearts in nature. She found a heart rock. So, hi, Linda. Look at that, beautiful. This illustrator ended up illustrating for Mariah Carey and working for Disney. I love this. How so cute. The teacher's teaching them that they are love. All the kids drew pictures of the hearts they found. I feel like I should read the whole book, but we can't. And at the end it says, you are loved and you're loved. Remember that's true. And soon you may notice some special hearts too. Yay! And then they find the hearts hidden around the house. It's so good. Okay. So that is available online on the online booksellers. And I have some copies here on theblissfulknowing.com, my website, where you can buy the hearts, and the little pouch comes with that. Super cute and fun for Valentine's. I'm hoping to come back on a few more times this month, but we'll see. If not, I'll be back February and I'll remind you about that book. Okay. I think a lot of people are probably eating dinner or something. So I want to get started because I know everybody's going to watch the replay. We don't always have too many people on the actual live. So we're just going to go. I wanted to recap December a tiny bit because there were so many, there's a bug in here. There were so many astrological things that happened. But the theme, there was a big theme of speaking our truth with Sagittarius season, with the 3 energy and the 1 energy, 3 being the truth, 1 being your personal truth, speaking the truth to yourself and then to others. Venus in Scorpio, digging deep into your truth. What is your truth? Looking deeply into your psychology for what is really under there. What is your truth? And then having intimate, deep conversations with the people you relate to, you're in relationship with. That's Venus. to unzip your heart and to create intimacy, to share what's on your mind, share your truth, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. It's your truth. And so that was a big theme. We had Mercury retrograde, which we're just about done with. So reflecting on old patterns that might have come up, and that might have been what came up in your conversations. We had last week, we had a Venus opposing Uranus, which I realized had a really big effect for potential breakups, because Venus is the planet of love and relationships, and Uranus is the shakeup, the planet of freedom and the higher mind and seeing things from a higher perspective. And it can kind of be an awakener. It can be an awakener. And it can be an evolutionary planet that sets you on your path. So breaks things up so that you can get back on track. So I noticed there was a theme with some relationship upheavals that happened last week. So that ties into some of the January energy too. I wanted to just cover that. And also Venus can be about financial stuff. So there may be some awakening and clarity around that. Now today, Venus moved into Sag. That's awesome. That's better than Venus in Scorpio. It's more optimistic about love and relationships. It's just a more adventurous, open, fun energy for Venus, the planet of love, to be in. Also, again, money, Venus, money. And then Jupiter is going direct tomorrow. That's really wonderful because that's abundance, and that's just good luck and good fortune and expansion and enlightenment. And we've had that retrograde for quite a while. And then Mercury is going direct on January 1st, which is the second on some parts of the world, but that's going to be great. Okay, that was just a little astrology side notes while we're waiting for people to come on. Okay, hi Rebecca. All right, we're getting people on. We're getting people on. So I'm going to get down to my specialty, the numerology, the nitty gritty, and what my guides have been showing me all year and all week. So they wanted me to recap the 7-year. We did a lot of talking about the 7-year and the 8-year in my last live stream. So that's also really good to rewatch, because you may have a new perspective on everything that transpired in December if you watch that over again. Hi, Rebecca. So 7-year, we talked about it being the year of contemplation last month. That was like the focus that my guides wanted me to talk about, was contemplating what you want, the soul searching. Who am I? Where do I want to be in life? How do I get there? What do I really want? But this time they wanted me to talk about the fact that it was the Hermit year, a year of spiritual seeking, a year of faith, where your faith may have been tested, but also establishing a spiritual foundation through spiritual study and spiritual practice. And they have been talking all year, all 2023, about it being the seed. The 7 is the seed, because the 7 is the year of stillness. The seed is still. And because of the Hermit energy, the seed is buried underground. So you may have felt this year like you were still and you were a hermit and you were needing to go within. You didn't feel as social. Maybe having frustrations with noise and people. They showed me that, and we talked about this before, that the seed, I'm not used to having notes, guys, so if I sound a little choppy, it's because I'm trying to cover everything. I usually like to be totally in the flow, but I want to make sure I cover everything that they wanted me to talk about. The seed, I don't usually say this many times. Oh my God. Okay. So the seed is buried underground, and that seed is programmed with a divine potential, a divine blueprint, a divine mission and program. And so it doesn't look like what it's going to become, but it has everything it needs within it. And it's underground. So let's think about the 7-year as the winter season, storing all of its reserves. So the 7-year was about rest and rejuvenation, 7-year being 2023, rest and rejuvenation, recharging. It wasn't a physical year of action. It was a mental year of contemplation and introspection. And so a lot of sitting in stillness, meditation, communing with nature, and not taking action because it doesn't have a direction to go in. It's just all contained within the seed. Oh my God, I'm lost my thought. Hold on. So, no, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm freaking out because it's getting dark. So when we think nothing's happening outside of us, and everything's going on inside, and we are wanting to see physical results, that is where your faith may have been tested, because you don't know what to do to get where you think you want to go, but you're not even sure where you want to go, and you're just not seeing any physical, tangible results. It's tricky in a material world where you want to see material, tangible, physical evidence. But you've got to know where you want to go and what you want to produce, what that seed is supposed to become, before you can move in the direction of what you want. You need to get the clarity. So this 7 year was about the clarity. Thanks, Jamie. She says, man, you're right on. I feel like I'm all over the place, guys. I'm a little bit buzzy. I didn't eat much, and I was freaking out that I wouldn't have enough reserves in my seed. So I quick grabbed something that was a little sugary, and I think I'm just a little bit buzzed, because normally I do a lot more grounding before I get on, but I didn't have a lot of time to do that because I was rushing against the daylight. So this was the year to have faith. And it pushes us to learn to seek faith, to find spiritual practices that can bring us peace and tranquility and calm the 7's overthinking mind. And so meditation, or learning more about who you are through astrology, numerology, all kinds of science too is part of the 7, but doing research and just all about the intellect. 7 is the intellect too. So it was a mind energy. It's not a physical action energy. And also earth and water were big themes in the astrology, because Jupiter is in Taurus and Saturn is in Pisces. And so when you think about that seed, it's in the earth and it's getting nourished by the water so that it can germinate. So earth and water, but earth and water can feel slow and heavy and mucky and muddy, and you may have felt stuck and stagnant, like you were in the mud and nothing was moving quickly, because we didn't have the air and fire. Jupiter and Saturn are some of the outer planets, and the outer planets affect all of us, whereas the inner planets affect us more individually. Okay, let's see. I hate reading all these notes. I really want to flow, guys. I'm trying. So the themes were surrender, trust, faith, and connection to the divine. So the 7 year is about raising your antenna, getting in a place of stillness, communing with nature, finding quiet time to go within and raise that antenna. And they showed me something really cool, which I'm going to show you in a minute, hopefully. And Saturn in Pisces, which happened in March, and we have for 3 years from then. Saturn is the planet of structure. Think about the rings around Saturn. And Pisces is boundless. It's like the ocean, but it's also spirituality. It's the things unseen. The spirit world is unseen, and it has no boundaries. So putting boundaries on something that's boundless is pretty tricky, but it's an opportunity to add structure, Saturn, to your spirituality, Pisces. So spiritual practice. And we're still in that. We're still going to be in that. And it's critical that we have that going forward, which I'm going to explain with my little diagram. Hopefully we'll get to that. So what my guides were saying to me as a theme for this live stream is, do you know your soul's Wi-Fi password? Yes, your soul has a Wi-Fi. Do you know how to get connected? Do you know how to log on? That's what there's actually 7 people watching right now, so it's too perfect. That's what this 7 year was about, was learning to connect, learning to raise the antenna, learning to get still enough and get high enough in your frequency to raise your antenna to reach that higher self awareness and knowledge that's going to give you the clarity that will then give you the direction that you need to take, which leads us to where we are right now, heading into the 8 year, a year of manifestation and empowerment, an incredibly physical year of action and manifestation, where we didn't see anything happening to that seed in the 7 year because it was underground in the cold, dark night of winter. The 8 year is when we start to see the physical evidence of the seed's divine plan. We see the sprout. we have all of those reserves from the 7 year that we, from just sitting in stillness, that we've built up. That seed has so much energy inside of it. And the 8 is that masculine force that just bursts through the shell. And maybe you guys can feel it, because we've started to feel it since December 6th, and it's been so strong for me. So much energy that wants to take action. It wants to take physical action. I'm so excited. I'm going to be going back to my Pilates classes after many years of doing it at home. I cannot wait to do it because I just absolutely love it. It was the best thing for me. And unfortunately I got injured, and then we had COVID, and it was like, but I have all this physical action that I want to take. I want to transform, which is my physical body. So physical, and 8 is also transformation, which we're going to get into a little bit more, hopefully. So think of that seed sprouting through the surface. And now that seed has access to air. Of course, there's air in the soil and underground, but we're bringing in an air element because Pluto's going into Aquarius and Jupiter is going into Gemini. That's not till May. Pluto in Aquarius is January 20th, but we're bringing in the air element. That seed is now seeing the light of day, the sky. And the air element is picking up the pace. Air moves faster than earth and water. So things are going to pick up, and we're going to start to see more physical, tangible results because we have the clarity, we have the idea of where we want to go, and we have the 8 says, okay, no more thinking. Let's just do it. Let's just take the action. Like, get off your butt and do it. Just do it, do it, do it. You have all the reserves of energy, which I feel like I have right now. I'm like, rah! Like, go out and thrust yourself into the world. That's that masculine energy. Let's see. Okay, so the 8, I've listed everything, even though I could ramble on without looking. I want to make sure I cover everything, because every time I watch a replay, I'm like, crap, I didn't say this or this or this. So I tried to think of everything. Yay, Blair! Blair's on. Yay, yay, yay. I'm so happy you made it. You made it pretty early, too. That's awesome. We just got started. So we are going into this 8 year, and themes for the 8 year are power, strength, transformation, resilience, manifestation, the material world, focus, goals, abundance, taking control of your life, making things happen, business, empowerment, karma, and balance, as well as mastery. Thank you. They just told me mastery. We are masters of manifestation, and the 8 year can prove that to us. Now, we want to manifest what we prefer because we're always manifesting something. Our whole life, our whole physical experience is a manifestation. It's all happening right now in front of us. This is happening, but we want to manifest what we prefer. So that means we want to manifest from the highest possible timeline. So we need to tap in to that clarity and what our higher self has to tell us, so that we continue to be guided in inspired action. We don't want to act out of inspiration. We don't want to act out of desperation. We want to act out of inspiration, which the 1 energy of January every year gives us new inspiration. It's a time to focus on ourselves. It's about individuality, originality, anything new and fresh, creativity, leadership. We're going to go more into that in a minute, because we also have 9 energy in January, which is letting go, thinking of others, being empathetic and compassionate, enlightenment. I don't want to go into this whole list because I want to come back. I'm going all over the place. I hope this makes sense when I watch the replay, you guys. Okay. So here's what they were showing me visually, and they had me write down and show you guys all week. And I was like, that's so cool. I love that. They wanted to talk about the 2023. We have to take what we learned, because everything goes in a cycle. There's a reason why 7 comes before 8. We have to get still and get the clarity before we can take the action. And they kept saying, and they said this in the last live stream, you have to remember what you learned in the 7 year. You have to take that spiritual practice, that spiritual study and knowledge into the 8 year if you want to manifest what you prefer. That's why the 7 comes before the 8. So this is what they showed me, you guys. Super funny how I have very bad writing, so forgive me. This one isn't even as bad as the others, but they showed me that the 7, that this is the symbol of the 7. This is your antenna. And I was like, but it's slanted. And they're like, because you have to climb up to raise your frequency. And this is your higher self, true, and your true core frequency. So this is, you're raising your antenna. You're getting still, raising your antenna to connect to your soul's Wi-Fi. You have to do the work to raise your frequency, and getting out in nature, getting still, that can help you get there. So here's your antenna. Here's the connection you're making to your higher self. You have to learn how to connect. You have to know your soul's Wi-Fi password. So whether you use cards, my cards are great for that. Whether you use meditation, music, nature, water, showering, walking, exercise, whatever it is that you have as your spiritual practice to get you to tune in, yoga, whatever it is that gets your antenna up, that's what you need to take with you as a daily practice. Saturn in Pisces, structuring your spirituality so that you can receive that guidance. And then they said physical self is here, and then your antenna is here, and then your higher self's here. So that's how they showed it. And then, oh, I'm going to skip. Okay. They want me to skip a page for a minute. What's up here? The 8 rests on the 7. The 8 rests on the 7, meaning you have that spiritual foundation already set up to manifest. The spiritual foundation sets you up to be the most powerful manifester of the reality you prefer. Now we're going to go back. Hope you're all still with me. I see Blair says, I love that, the antenna where you raise your vibration to connect with your soul's Wi-Fi. Yay! Blair's on it. Okay, guys, I drew like 3 8s and I still couldn't get them to be exactly equal because I really wanted to show them as equal. Look at this weird diagram. I have to turn it. So the 8 is mastery of the material world, master manifester, because it's connected to the higher self. So this is the non-physical realm, and this lower circle is the physical realm. We are spirit. We dip our toes into physical reality, but we remain in spirit. We never leave the spirit world. And we slow down our vibration. We're at our true core frequency up here. Slow down the vibration to create physical experiences, because everything's still vibrating. Everything that seems like it's still right now is just vibrating, but at a slower rate where it appears like it's a solid. So we came down for the physical experience. We live contrast. We say, oh, I like that. I don't like that. I want more of that. I do want more of that. And we automatically, with a feedback loop, send that information, not even consciously, send that information back to the higher self. The higher self goes, okay, let me conjure up conceive some synchronicities and inspirations to get you more of what you prefer and what you want to create and experience in the physical world. And I'll send them back to you through your antenna, through your 7 antenna. I will send them back to you. And then you will take those inspirations and synchronicities, act on them in the 8 physical way, taking masculine energy action, and you will have that new physical experience. This is a feedback loop that you are always sending to the higher self, and the higher self is sending back to you inspirations, ideas, and synchronicities. You're sending new preferences up, and then your higher self's going back down with inspirations, but your antenna is right here. You have to have a connection right here. The connection, you never can lose the connection because it exists, but you can pinch it off. You can pinch off your connection if you don't have your antenna raised. That's the critical piece. This is why you have to have the 7 antenna connection, know the password to your soul's Wi-Fi, if you want to receive clearly the information coming back down from the higher self so that you can take the action and have the physical experience that you prefer. You guys still with me? Yay. Okay, cool. All right. So now we're going to turn it to the side. 8 is also about balance and karma. Karma is balance. This is what I wrote, the karmic loop. Okay. What you put out, you get back. What you put out, you get back. So think about the 8 like this. Okay. What you put out comes back. It's a closed circuit. It's a closed loop. That's why you want to make sure that you're creating your preferred reality, because if you're putting out victim mentality and you're putting out negativity, it comes back to you. If you're putting out lack mentality, it comes right back to you. It reflects right back to you because life is just a hall of mirrors. So feedback loop. So karma is balance. Okay. What you put out comes back to you. Let's see, Kimberly. Oh, I want to read your notes later. I can't read all of them. Okay, I think that's, let's see. Okay, go back to this 7-8. So we've got the spiritual foundation. We raise our frequency with our antenna. We connect to the Wi-Fi. We receive the guidance. We're connected to our GPS. The 8 knows now the destination. It's received the information. It knows the goal. But the 8 is a long-term strategic planner. It wants to map out the entire chess game before it starts. It's future-oriented, and it's very tricky for the 8 to stay in the present moment because it's constantly thinking about getting to its goals, very much like Capricorn energy. This whole year is kind of like a Capricorn energy. Capricorn is the sea goat that always has a mountain to climb, always has a goal. So January energy may feel like it's January this whole year. So because 8 is such a long-term strategic planner, it's very hard for it to stay in the present moment. And that's why you have to learn to, the stillness gets you back into the present moment. Stillness without action. First stillness, then action. The feminine, then the masculine. The feminine receives from the antenna. The masculine takes action and penetrates the world. So in order to get back into the present moment and make sure you're getting clarity, get still and understand that even though you want to map out how everything's going to play out in your future, you need to stay with your GPS, your in the moment guidance, because you may only get the first step, the first guidance, that first stepping stone. We know you have a destination. The 8's like, I know where I want to go now. Well, you can only take one turn at a time with your GPS. Okay, so that's why when the 8 gets like freaked out because it wants to like get to its goal, and it's like, how am I going to get there? It's about, a lot of times it's about financial security, how and business, and how can I, I've got this big dream and this big goal, and I know how I know I want to get there, but I don't know what step to take first, or I know what step to take first, but I don't know how it's all going to play out. You only are supposed to take the first step. So that's where the antenna comes in. You have to get back into the present moment to raise that antenna. I just went through this whole thing. You guys, I don't even know if it's like embarrassing or amazing to admit this, but I got in the bathtub at 10 o'clock. I was guided, and I didn't even, it was like just, my friend was helping me through the Cancer full moon. Thanks, Denise. I was releasing so much. It hit a really major part on my chart. And I got in the bathtub at 10 o'clock p.m. And when I got out of the bathtub, Denise, I just was giving you a shout out. I love you. She told me to get in the bathtub. She knew I needed to get a clearing. And when I got out of the bathtub, I went in at 10 p.m. It was 5 in the fucking morning. It was 5 a.m. in the morning. It's my portal of transformation. I was awake the whole time, you guys. I went in and I just cleared so much stuff. I released so much, and I felt amazing when I came out. And like the phoenix rising from the ashes, I have Scorpio moon, so it's like deep water. I have to be immersed. And then that fire energy, because Mars rules Scorpio along with Pluto, it's like I have to transform and rise like the phoenix from the ashes, and I did. But I had no clarity. I said, oh my God, I was freaking out about things in the future. And Denise was like, let's just take one step at a time. She was amazing at holding space for me. Thank you so much, Denise. And sisterhood is the best, guys. Your women friends, let them nurture you. Let yourself receive. I'm always the one nurturing everybody else. It was amazing. And so I got in the bathtub, I got still. And then I was given the guidance of my first step that I need to take. And it wasn't anything that you would think would be directed to my goal, but it made so much sense to me. And that was to go back to Pilates. And it totally makes sense to me because I need to do something for me. I'm going into a 1 year. I need to find balance. Constantly giving out to my clients, and I need to give to myself, and that will help me find balance because the 8 year is balance, remember? Oh, I forgot to show you one more thing on my little diagram. Okay, so remember, it's balance and karma, but it's also left brain and right brain, feminine energy and masculine energy. So the two hemispheres of the brain need to work in harmony. You have to be in balance with your masculine and feminine, and that's where it comes from. The receiving the inspiration and then taking the action. The feminine and the masculine have to be balanced. So it's been said that if you want to feel, oh God, I'm not going to get this right, but to actually trace the infinity symbol to feel more balanced, because it actually activates, apparently, the left and right hemispheres of your brain. And this leads me to saying that the 8 is so much about infinite abundance because it's a closed loop. It's constantly flowing. There is no like leaking out. There's no end to it. Abundance is always flowing. Why? Because it's flowing from your higher self. But if you pinch yourself off, you pinch off your connection, the flow can't be experienced in the physical world. And it's crazy, you guys. I just had my son change my shower head. I had calcium deposits in the shower head. We have really hard water here. And oh my gosh, the flow was so flowing. It was like triple the water pressure. And I was like, thank you for that. Thank you for that synchronicity. The flow was blocked and now things are moving again. Things are moving again. And that is how the 8 years should feel to you, that you're actually seeing physical, tangible results because you have, hopefully you have the clarity of where you want to go and what you need to do as far as connecting and taking that first step. So let me talk about January, and then if we have time before it gets dark, I want to go to the cards. I hope all of that is making sense for you guys. It's such a powerful year, but we have to be super careful, not to go into victim mentality or lack mentality, because that's how we pinch off our connection to the higher self. We stay in that lower circle, the lower vibration. We need to be able to connect to the higher and then bring it down into the physical, tangible world. So with 8, it does tend to get pessimistic at times and can freak out about scarcity consciousness and can have anger. It's very masculine energy. So it's so critical that you recognize if you're in a victim mentality or powerlessness or lack mentality, and use the 7 energy, which is the quiet observer, the hermit. It neutrally observes its thoughts because it's mental. Observe those thoughts and say, am I in victim mentality? And there was a few times I was on the phone with my friend. I said, no, I'm not a victim. I had to keep reminding myself, oh, that sounds like I'm a victim. No, do not. And especially with the 1 energy of January where it can go ego. We have to be super careful. Again, consciously manifesting what we prefer by staying in our power. And 8 is like a 2-sided coin. Powerless or empowered. Let me go back to my diagram before it gets pitch dark. Powerless, low frequency at the bottom. Empowerment, the higher self has all the power. It can manifest at the speed of thought. In the non-physical realm, we manifest instantly with the speed of thought. But we chose to slow down our vibration so we could experience manifestations, the entire process from the seed to the full fruition of the fruit. We wanted to know our power. We came here to remember that we are divine creators, to take creation to the next level, to evolve and expand. That's what life is, evolution and expansion. And so we need to create new. We need to create what's never been created before. That's evolution. So what was I even saying? Oh, victim mentality. So 2-sided coin, powerless or empowerment. Empowerment, powerlessness. Okay, highest frequency, lowest frequency. Abundance, lack, victim, scarcity. Okay, now when we see that there's a constant flow, just like the air we breathe, in and out, in and out, in and out. Remember, the 8's going a feedback loop. Abundance is just like the air we breathe. There is no shortage of air. There is no shortage in the physical reality. If you look at nature, abundance is everywhere. I have so many lemons in my backyard. If they were all to fall on the ground today, my entire yard would look like a yellow ball pit. I'm like actually freaked out by how many lemons and how I'm going to get them all off the tree, because it's like 25-foot tree surrounded by thorns and roses. I'm like, okay, nature is abundant. Nature is very abundant. Okay, we are all over the board, guys. I hope you are still with me. My goodness. So let's talk about January's energies. Yes, Capricorn season until around the 20th when we go into Aquarius. I'm not sure exactly on the date. So we always go into January with the goals and what are they called? New Year's resolutions. Because Capricorn says, I'm going to set my sights to the top of the mountain and I want to get there. It's that strategic goal setting, just like the 8. But like I said, we have 8 all year round. So it might feel like Capricorn season all year round. It might feel like January all year round. Hi, Doran. But not only is it a 1 month, which we have every year, which is, I'm going to focus on me, and it's going to be a new me, new year, new, fresh. It's a 1 and 9. So even though we have the 9 is the last number in the 9-year cycle in numerology, besides the master numbers, which we're not going to get into, but things go in 9-year cycles in numerology. And 9 is endings and letting go and completion. So we have this little transitional time of endings and beginnings before we go really fully into full on new. So you may still be, I know I'm like throwing things away like crazy, letting go of things, especially since we're still going to be in the Mercury retro shade period after January 1st/2nd. Things might be a little bit slow starting because we're still wrapping things up, tying up loose ends, closure. But 9 is also enlightenment and 1 is about the self. So taking the bigger picture that the 9 offers and seeing the reflections that have been offered to you throughout this last year, through all the contemplating and all the observing, and deeply experiencing personal enlightenment. What do I now know that I have the bigger picture? What do I need to let go of now that I have the bigger picture? What do I need to let go of in order to take my power back? When we combine the 1 and 9 of January about letting go, having the enlightenment on what what you need to let go of, with the whole year of 8, which is taking your power back and taking control of your life and manifesting the life you prefer, what do you need to let go of in order to take control of your life? What do you need to release in order to let that flow of abundance come to you? What is old, outworn, ready to go? What is closed? What is completing? In order for you to bring in new, fresh, manifested experiences. Let's see, 1 and 8. 1 and 8, even though it's a 9-1 month, I wrote 1 and 8 is your personal power, personal expansion, growth, and transformation. Why is 8 transformation? Because you're transforming, and I want to pull my 8 diagram out yet, you're transforming what's non-physical into physical. What's non-physical into material. That's transformation. It's also the 8th house in astrology, ruled by Scorpio, transformation. Facing your fears, facing your traumas, transforming them into power. Personal power. 8's also resilient because if you turn an 8 over, it's still an 8. It bounces back. I think of the 8 as like a punching bag, those like inflatable punching bags, and it still comes back and bobs back. It's the 8. Is the number of strength. It's the 8th card in tarot is strength. Strength and resilience, bouncing back, transforming, and manifesting. So 1 and 8 is also new abundance, new opportunities for abundance, especially with Jupiter going direct. I love that, especially Jupiter going direct in Taurus, which is a sign of material abundance. 1 and 8 is personal goals, which I know we have all January anyway, but like I said, it's going to be a lot about goals this year and manifesting them. Long-term strategy, I mentioned that, and I mentioned that we need the 7 in order to get the direction that the 8 needs to take in the now moment. So I'm going to just recap. January's 9 and 1 of endings and beginnings and personal enlightenment brings a bigger picture of what you need to let go of in order to take control of your life. The bigger picture, what do you now have for enlightenment? What is the wisdom you have gained now where you know that you have clarity on what you need to let go of in order to take control and manifest what you desire? Okay, really quickly, some more astrology. Pluto is leaving Capricorn after 15 years. Pluto is the planet of power and death and rebirth, and that has in transformation. That has been It's like the 8 because again, it rules Scorpio, the 8th house. It has been in the sign of Capricorn for 15 years. So since 2008, wherever that the sign of Capricorn, the entire 30 degrees of Capricorn is in your chart. I like to look at whole signs because it's going to give you one full house, but you can look at Placidus too, and that'll cover two different house systems. I mean, two different houses. So whatever those 30 degrees of Capricorn, wherever they are, whatever area of life is ruled in your astrology chart by Capricorn, since 2008, you've been slowly transforming. For me, this is the house of the self. So I have completely transformed since 2008. And in September and November, it's going to go back into Capricorn for a minute, but it's going into Aquarius. This is really major, you guys. This is going to transform society. The planet of power and transformation and death and rebirth is going into the sign of Aquarius, which is community, society, technology, individuality, authenticity, galactic connections, air, space travel. In the next 20 years, in 20 years from now, everything is going to look so different. Society is going to look so different because this is transformation of society. And anybody who's in Aquarius, you're going to probably feel this really strong, but everybody has Aquarius in their chart. Everyone has the full zodiac wheel in their chart. So there's a section of your astrology that is ruled by Aquarius, and the transformation is going to start to begin. We had a little dip in March of last year, and that's when the AI explosion happened. So the AI is very much connected to Pluto and Aquarius, but it's humanitarian energy. It's freedom. It's freedom to be you, your individual, unique self. It's you being your individual puzzle piece amongst the whole community, amongst the whole puzzle, fitting in to the puzzle by being your unique shape. Where do you fit in? Where's your individuality within the whole? Aquarius, the glyph is the two zigzags, which people will have said is lightning bolts or waves, but it's frequency waves. It's about your frequency because it's an air sign. So it's the frequency that the unseen in the air. It's mental. It's your frequency. And you've got to raise your frequency if you want to manifest what you prefer. That's what we've been talking about this whole time. Aquarius is the sign of the water bearer, which makes sure that everybody gets water. Even though it's an air sign, it's the water bearer. And that's why it's called Aquarius, but it's an air sign. I know it's confusing. A lot of people might think it's a water sign. Making sure that everyone's needs are being met. And that's where we're transforming society. It's very much grassroots. It's no longer about top-down structures from Capricorn, which have been crumbling because Pluto's been death and rebirth through those top-down structures and those corporations and governments, and it's crumbling. Pluto's been just... So, isn't that a technical term? You know what I'm saying. So Pluto moving into Aquarius is about the power of the people, and it's the grassroots movements, building local communities coming together, power to the people, everyone being their individual, most authentic self, which I talk about all the time, raising your frequency, operating from your true core frequency, using your gifts and talents to be of service to this world, to be your unique self and offer your unique contribution to the world. If everybody comes together from their true core frequency, living in authenticity and offering their innate gifts and talents that they are born with their divine soul's mission, that's when we come together in harmony, not in a homogenous way, but in a beautiful way where we are living in community, all benefiting, all making sure our needs are getting met. That is Aquarius, guys. Pluto in Aquarius, it's major. It's major. So it's, again, about frequency and information and understanding that you have a frequency and you have a true core frequency, knowing how to raise that antenna to receive that guidance so you can live your divine soul mission, use your gifts and talents to shine and contribute to creating the new earth. Pluto in Aquarius is very much new earth energy because it's society, again, transforming. So it's all the things I've been saying for years. Basically, if you've been with me, those are all the things I've been saying for years. And it's really, really exciting because this air energy of Aquarius and Gemini is going to speed things up, like I said earlier. So it's not going to feel sludgy and heavy and moody as much as it's going to feel like go, 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 because the 8 wants to take that action and just do it. And I feel like, oh my God, I'm just having so many things that I'm doing. I'm just constantly moving. I'm like, whoa, no more stillness. Okay, I have my energy reserves built up from the 7 year, so I have the energy. I don't need to be still anymore. I need to keep going. Hi, Sandra. Okay, guys, we're going to do cards. If you could still see me, I think you can still see me. Yay. All right, that was a lot. I hope you had your popcorn. I hope you took notes. I hope you're going to watch the replay because that was freaking a lot. I got it out though. That's good. I was in a cloud over my head all week when I was downloading. Feels good to get it out. So we're going to do, and I'm going to, by the way, guys, for Valentine's Day, I'm going to do a sale on my heart deck, my Love is Everywhere heart deck. And I think I'm going to do it on the Bliss deck too. And I think I'm going to do it in January newsletter. So if you're not signed up for my newsletter yet, you just go to theblissfulknowing.com. On the homepage, scroll all the way down, sign up for the newsletter, and then you have to go to your email and confirm your subscription or you will not get my emails. You probably should add Jory@theblissfulknowing.com to your address book too, because it ends up in spam in like 75% of my mailing list. It's very frustrating. But I think I'm going to have a sale on my decks. So the decks are a great way to keep that antenna to connect to your higher self. I say that they're like a cell phone to your higher self. It's like, hello, higher self, what do you want to tell me? Oh, great. Especially the heart deck will help you strengthen your intuition because it's only one word. And that is how you learn your soul's Wi-Fi password. Okay, guys? So we're doing what we have, want, need, and get from my Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. Do please sign up for my mailing list. Thank you so much because I send out these videos in the mailing list. So if you're not on Facebook, you'll have access to these videos through YouTube and the Facebook link every month. All right. I can't wait to read your comments, Blair, but it's not even showing, it's only showing me part of it. So, plus it's getting dark. What we have, what we want, what we need, and what we get. And if we have time, I hope we're going to do Blessing to Remember from my Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards, which I would put on sale, but I only have like 1 or 2 decks left, and I haven't put them on my website because I don't know if I have any of the physical guidebooks left. I have the digital ones I can email. So if anybody wants the Zen Blossoms, let me know privately, and then I will see if I can hook you up. But those will not be on sale, I don't believe. Okay, so we're doing our Blessing to Remember from the Zen Blossoms, and we are doing our Challenge to Embrace from the Love is Everywhere Hearts and Nature deck. Here we go. Let's all pray for a little more daylight, please. I'm so glad that we had the solstice and it's return of the light so I can come on a little bit later. I'm not used to coming on early and it still didn't really get me that far. Okay, what we have. Oh my God. Guys, pom-pom it. It's one of my favorite cards. A solution is waiting for you. I love this because the 7 year says, have faith in things unseen. Trust that your higher self is working on something that's going to bring you the physical manifestation solution. It's there. The minute you live the contrast, your higher self's on it and has already created the solution. The problem and the solution are a two-sided coin. They come together. You see the problem, and sometimes the solution comes immediately. If you're in alignment, you can have the instant manifestation of the solution. And I remember I was like I was at a friend's house, and I was like, oh, I need a clip for this snacks that I opened, and there was a clip. I guess I had one with me, and I was like, oh my God, look at that, instant manifestation. It's like a really bad example, but it was true. I mean, it's really minor, but I was like, poof. Okay, so a solution is waiting for you. We have been needing to keep the faith, but we can now manifest and see evidence of that solution that's been waiting for us in the 8 year. Even if you cannot see it now, there is a solution to the situation you are inquiring about. The universe is very clever. It is filled with divinely intelligent ideas that can resolve issues in unexpected and creative ways. Ways that your physical mind cannot perceive of at this time. Why? Because your physical mind is built to perceive only what's in the now, and your higher mind is what does the conceiving of the solutions. So your physical mind cannot perceive of it at this time. Relax. Let me rewind that. It's filled with divinely intelligent ideas that can resolve issues in unexpected and creative ways. Ways that your physical mind cannot perceive of at this time. Relax in the knowing, the blissful knowing. Relax in the knowing that the answer to your problem already exists. And trust that it will soon be made apparent to you. Don't you just love knowing that? I freaking love this card. Isn't that so comforting, guys? Oh my God. A solution is waiting for you because, again, there is no such thing as a problem without a solution. Your higher self is on it. On it. The minute it's identified as a problem, your higher self's already like, got it worked out for you, girl. Or whoever, but if it was talking to me, girl. Okay. So I don't know, I can't really, the problem is that they changed the screen and I can't really see if this is crooked, and it drives me a little bit crazy there because I'll watch the replay and go, what the heck? But we'll just hope that you guys can see that. So that's what we have. We have solutions. Even if we can't see them, we have solutions that want to be manifested in the physical. Denise says poofalicious, and that's, yes, poofalicious. A poof is a manifestation that appears out of the blue, and it's so exciting. It's the solution that's been waiting. That's what that is. Okay. Or the fun that's been waiting sometimes. The excitement. What do we want? Oh, there it is, guys. Trust your intuition, right? Because we've learned to connect to our intuition with our antenna, our 7-year antenna. We've logged on to the Wi-Fi, so we need to trust the higher self's Google search results. We need to trust it. So we know how to receive it, but we need to trust it. So first identify that you have an antenna and an intuition, then learn how to connect to it, then recognize it, that guidance for what it is, and then learn to trust that guidance. Blind faith. I know what I have to do. I've been told by my higher self I need to do it. I don't know why. I don't know where it's going to lead me. Like the Pilates thing, it was like, well, what does it have to do with my goal? Well, I get it now. I see it. It makes sense to me. But it was like, wait, I'm asking about this and you're telling me I need to go do this? Yep. I'm like, you don't think I should do this? My ego says, nope, you need to do something that seems unrelated because that's going to get you somehow, which it makes sense to me now, but it's like everything's connected. So trust your intuition. That's what we want. We know we have antennas. We hopefully know how to raise them, but now we have to trust the guidance that we are receiving with our clear signal. We're in receptive mode. Each of us is born with an internal guidance system that gently leads us in the direction of our desires. Learn to recognize and trust your inner voice. The more you consult and trust your intuition, the smoother your life will flow. Ask yourself if you have been ignoring or disregarding your gut feelings and instincts. It's time to pay closer attention to the subtle messages your higher self is offering you. Isn't that exciting? Because those subtle messages that our higher self is offering us lead us to the solution that's waiting for us. Linda says, I hope I'm logged on. Well, when you start taking action from the guidance and it starts to work for you, then you see that, yes, that was guidance I can trust because it led me to what I prefer. Sometimes you didn't listen to your intuition and something happens that you don't prefer. And then I always say to my clients, well, at least you know your intuition is trustworthy because it tried to tell you. You didn't follow it. You didn't trust it, but you did recognize it that it could be guidance, but yet you didn't believe in it. So you went against it. Your ego got involved, which is usually like a fear thing that happens, an anxiety thing that happens. Okay, so what do we need? Ooh. Good cards, guys. I had a feeling it'd be juicy. Powerful year. Imagine the possibilities. Hell yeah. Today's an 11-day, guys. It's about visualizing. Jupiter now is going direct. It's the visionary planet. It's expansion. It's big picture. It's like, where do I want to go? Venus is in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter now. And Venus is money. Venus is love. Sagittarius wants to go explore and have adventures and be optimistic and go find all these things, go seek all these things. So imagine how fun, imagine the abundance, imagine the love, imagine the pleasure. Venus is pleasure. Imagine the possibilities. Your imagination is a tool that connects you to your higher self. Use the power of visualization to add fuel to your desires. Know that the greatest things you can imagine are only the tip of the iceberg compared to the unfathomable delights that life can surprise you with. Use your imagination to feel as if you are already experiencing the things you dream of. Using your imagination to feel as if you are already experiencing the things you dream of brings you closer and closer to manifesting them in physical reality. First, we have the non-physical, the upper circle of the 8. We bring it down to the physical, but we want to get to the feeling place. We want to raise our frequency to the frequency, to the feeling of that physical manifestation, to bring it into our physical reality. We have to match the frequency because everything is here and now. Every single thing is here and now. There's only here and now. Everything is here and now, but everything is on different frequencies. So it's not that something is really created out of the blue. It's that we're shifting our frequency to be able to see what was previously unseen before, but always there. We just weren't a frequency match to it. It's like changing the channel on your TV and finding a different program. All the TV shows are playing at the same time, but you can only see one TV program at a time unless you're doing picture in picture and all that stuff. And so you can't see what's playing at the same time on those other channels until you change the channel, change your frequency, and see what's already in existence and already playing. That reality is already playing right now. All timelines are here and now. Imagine the possibilities. Love that, love that, love that, love that. I've been doing that since I woke up. That 11 energy is so powerful for visualizing because 11 is up here. It's above the physical, that master energy. It's head in the clouds kind of and excited, buzzing because that high frequency is a buzz. It's the energy of spiritual messenger. That's why I wanted to come on today. Okay, so we have a solution waiting for us. We just have to trust our intuition so that we can receive the solution. The idea is to get us to the solution. And we need to imagine the possibilities of where we want to go, what we want for ourselves, because we have the newfound clarity from the 7-year. The more we do that, the more the solutions to give us what we're imagining come through our intuition. Yeah, what we get. Woo! Okay, it's too good, and I don't have like I need like a gong because it's that powerful. What do we get? It's so 8-year, you guys. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. 8 can achieve. 8 believes and 8 achieves when it's in empowerment and not in victim pessimism. It is a very powerful energy, and it knows its power when it is in the right frequency, and so it believes in its power. Yes, yes, you can. 1 January, 8 is giving you the power. You can do. It's the can-do attitude. The take control. Yes, I can. You have absolutely everything you need to succeed in this situation. Isn't that so juicy? Release the false beliefs that created doubt and insecurity and know that you are worthy and completely capable. 1 and 9 of January. 1 self, 9 letting go. What do you need to let go of to take your power back? Letting go of the false beliefs that create doubt and insecurity. That's one of the things we let go of. So release the false beliefs that created doubt and insecurity and know that you are worthy and completely capable. 8 is the capability energy. You have untapped reserves of potential and creativity that are waiting to be discovered. That seed has built reserves from all that 7 stillness. We are ready to pounce. And the 1 month is super creative because it's the one that's like, I have a bright idea. I have a new idea. It's innovative. It's inspirational. Okay, so you have untapped reserves of potential and creativity that are waiting to be discovered. You are so much more powerful. There's the word. You are so much more powerful than you realize. Stand tall and take action. So 8. You will be pleasantly surprised when you see just how much you can accomplish. Stand in that upper circle and the lower circle. Stand straight. That's one of the things I'm so excited about Pilates is your core strength. You become so strong and your posture is so great because you have this strong core holding you up. It just feels incredible. Yes, you can. Yes, we all can. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. I want to shake all the pom-poms. I only have the one. And I have to keep going because it's getting pretty dark around here, around these parts. It's probably pitch dark for everybody else. I'm already in the West Coast timing. So we're like the last ones over here to get the sundown. Okay, blessing to remember from the Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards. Woo! You guys, it's just too good. Ignite, motherfucker. Ignite, guys. Ignite the passion. Ignite the energy. Ignite the flame. We have the fuel. The 7 gave us the fuel from all that stillness. We have to light the match. We have to tap into our fiery energy of transformation, transforming the non-physical into the physical, transforming the possibilities of our imagination into the physical, tangible result reality. Yes. Yes. You see the flames? You see the flames? This is actually an ice plant, which is pretty funny, but it's fire and ice. Ignite. Ignite. Yes. Inspired action. This is the card of taking inspired action. Taking inspired action. We're all getting off of our asses right now, right? I hope so. We're moving the energy. Fire. Fire wants to move. Air. We have air coming in with Jupiter and Pluto. Air breathes the fire. Air is moving. Air is wind. It's fast. Fire, constantly moving. This is the time to move, not time for stillness. We already did that unless you're going into your personal year of 7, which I haven't talked about that. If you don't know what your personal year is, I have a 2024 personal year forecast that maps out your whole year for you in writing with the month energies and the theme of the year, so you know what's going on for you personally, because these are the universal energies that we're talking about. I also have a 2024 45-minute or 75-minute reading just for January. We're finishing up that promotion called 2024 Clarity that will really beef up. I'll be able to tell you on the phone. It's an intuitive session, so we'll still do all that fun stuff like talking to your guides and getting all your questions answered, but we'll be focusing in the beginning on what last year was about and this year's about, so you know how to make the most out of your current personal year. Okay, that's just your January 2024 Clarity, theblissfulknowing.com. I'll link everything below. Challenge to embrace. Woo! I love this too. Unfolding. Unfolding. Remember, the seed has not fully manifested into its divine potential, but it's in the process because we're halfway there. We got the clarity. We're going to start taking that action so that we can get to the full bloomage. We got to go through the action. We're just in a little sprout phase. The seed has burst through the soil. It's getting the oxygen from the air signs. It's getting the water. It's getting the earth. It's getting all of these things. And then, got the fire energy over here igniting that seed. That's just, this fire is the sun. Duh. The seed's got the sun energy. And so it's going to grow faster and faster and faster, because the longest part is what last year was, the 7 year, 2023, is the waiting for that damn seed to germinate and sprout through. But once it goes fast. We are in the phase. We're past germination. We're past the breakthrough of the soil. We're starting to see a little bit of something, or at least getting the clarity. Hi, Jacqueline. I hope you watch the replay. There was a lot. You're going to want to have popcorn and notes. So we're at that point. We're starting to see things taking shape. We're starting to get ideas and inspirations that are going to lead us to more physical manifestations. So I got the idea, go back to Pilates. I haven't yet started the Pilates. I'm within a week, but then the physical transformation of my well-being, of my body, is the blooming, is the manifestation, and that takes time. That transformation takes time. So we're not at the full bloom. I don't have the Pilates arms yet, but you guys will be seeing them. I see them in the 2018 live stream memory post, and I'm like, oh my God, I remember those arms and those shoulders. Damn it, I'm getting those you know what I want to say, getting those fuckers back. I am. Okay, I'm getting that posture back. Yeah, my back can't wait. So, hi Natasha, unfolding, trusting. The 7 says have faith in the unfolding, in the blooming of your dreams, of your possibilities, of your solutions. Tap into your intuition, raise that antenna. Take what you learned in the 7 year, keep it as your spiritual practice, whether it's connecting with nature, whether it's meditating, whether it's using the cards, whether it's talking to someone like me, whatever it is that gets you connected, that reminds you of your password so that you can connect, get the information you need. We're not going to be sitting still. We're not going to have as much time most likely, but we can carve out and make time, especially that one energy of January says, what's important to me? What do I need to do? That's the best thing you can do, is get connected before you take action. Because if you take action without connection, you're taking dead end action. It's like Abraham Hicks says it so beautifully. Where's my little thing? Abraham Hicks says it's like you are vacuuming the whole house without it being plugged in. Hi, Lisa. Oh my gosh. I hope you'll get to watch the replay. It was a lot of good juiciness. So nobody wants to vacuum the whole house if it's not plugged in. You need to plug in, or plugging in the toaster. They use that analogy too. You can't toast the toast without plugging into the electricity. You need to plug into your higher self, GPS, then take the action and make shit happen this year. You guys, this is such a powerful year for us to create the new earth, to create to tap into our fullness, our authentic selves, and contribute our unique frequency, our unique energy, which I was telling Blair, you got to come on to the live stream. I love your energy on the live stream. You contribute so much. Thank you so much for bringing your unique frequency to the live stream. You create the community. You helped to create the overall vibe. We create the vibe of the new earth, of the community, by contributing our highest vibes. That's how we build the new earth and manifest the new earth, and manifest what we are now so clear that we want for ourselves. And if you're not clear, let's talk about it. Maybe you're going into a 7-year right now. There are people that are going into a personal year of 7. So this might be where you're going through all the things I said we just finished up, and that's okay. So anyway, my website is theblissfulknowing.com. I will link it below. I do private sessions. They're intuitive sessions. I talk to your guides. We go over your numerology. We look at some astrology things. We sometimes pull cards if I'm inspired, if I feel like I'm guided, but everything just comes through from my higher self to talk to you about whatever you want to talk about, to guide you and give you clarity on your path so you can maximize what energies are supporting you, and your guides are giving you clear advice that you can take, practical advice. I'm all about practical tools and practical advice, being an earth sign, a Taurus and Capricorn earth signs. So I like to just give people what they need in the hour, and they're good to go. They're good to go for a while. Anyway, I'm going to take these cards down, you guys. I love you all. I want to wish you a happy new year with lots of poofs. This is the year of the poof. I wanted to make that the title of the live stream, but not everybody would understand what I'm talking about. But the poof is the manifestation. Poof, magical, out of the blue. And please comment below. Say hi if you're watching the replay. And please, I don't usually ask this because I forget. Share the live stream. This is such powerful information. Please share my live stream if you feel inspired, because somebody else can benefit from the information that came through, and it can make a difference in how they experience their year, where they can stand in their power, where they can recognize if they're going into victim mode or lack mentality, and really take their power back, let go of what they need to let go of to take control of their life and manifest what they are preferring, so we can all create this beautiful new earth together. I would be so grateful. Please say hi. I want to see you all there so I can wish you all a happy new year and give you hugs and energy hugs and love. And I hope to see you for the February live stream. And there's a chance, because the 8 is kind of a work energy, that I will be coming on once a week again. I don't know. I have to see how everything gets scheduled with my Pilates and things and my clients. So I have to find balance. But I might come on maybe twice a month and do like a mid-month check-in and a reading, because I used to do a weekly guidance. Who knows? I hope to be back soon. Let's just say that. My ultimate goal would be to come back once a week like I did back a few years ago. That would be amazing to see you guys every week. But in the meantime, Happy New Year. Please say hi. I really appreciate your likes, comments, shares. I love to hear from you. You're my community. You're my Good Vibe tribe. And I will talk to you soon. Please sign up for my mailing list, theblissfulknowing.com. Scroll to the bottom of the homepage and then confirm your subscription in the email so you can make sure you see these videos and get notifications of all my promotions and sales. Love you all. Yay! I can't wait to read your comments. Bye, guys.